feel about life. Full of loneliness and misery and suffering and unhappiness, and it's all over much too quickly. The question is, have I learned anything about life?
Sorry for the extra long intro, everybody. I was trying to get out messages, replying to said messages, and email. I am Zen Okami, your host of Essence of Zen After Dark, and I'm joined here today by none other than the Fentissimo, Grandissimo, Louis, that Mexican with the K, Sandoval.
Oh man, I thought you were just gonna say the Dark Lord again. I was gonna say Kobe. Come in. That's your cue.
I wanted to kind of mix it up this week, and I remembered Magnifico Grandissimo from the Fairy Odd Parents.
There you
go. He was my favorite fairy from that cartoon.
Just over the top, like Jorgen von Strangle. Yeah, man.
So Louis, how are you, man?
Doing pretty good. Yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling revitalized.
Rejuvenated.
We'll go with rejuvenated, sure. Today was the last day of my work week and school week before the Thanksgiving week break. So I'm happy about that. Was able to get a project at work pushed to production, even though there's still stuff we got to do to it. We basically finished all the foundational stuff of the project. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out that like some stuff went down with like the pay system. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have to work on that in 2 weeks to make sure I get paid the right amount for next week. But you know,
oh man, it's one of the few things you don't mess with. My food and my paychecks.
Oh, but yeah, man, because I'm gonna be off this week, everyone can expect some nice editing to go down for every week of the upcoming week, and hopefully a bunch of videos to either come out next week and to be scheduled to release the week after, which again will hit a plummet because I have finals coming up that week. So, yeah. Sorry, I was sipping on a drink.
All
We're
right.
also we're probably not gonna have a Thanksgiving theme ready this year for the site. But I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
set up at least one of the winter holiday themes.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I would have jumped on it too, but stuff always comes up last minute.
Yeah. Oh. So
Oh
I got
well. Always next year.
exactly. So Louis, I know you use Firefox a lot for like your web dev testing and viewing and things.
Kinda, sorta. Depends on how you define a lot. Maybe like 30% of the time.
Yeah, and you also use Chrome, right?
Yep.
But
It's my main.
what other browsers do you use, however?
Do you use? Usually those two. Don't really play with Edge. I did play with Brave recently, the Lion browser.
How is that?
Yeah. uh, so my first impression of Brave
Mhm.
was that it looks kind of fuzzy on a high DPI screen. Didn't you work on the sub-pixel rendering? Besides that, though, got some pretty nice features. From what I know, is that it uses the WebKit engine,
Mhm.
so items should render similarly as they would render in Safari and Chrome. So that's a plus. Another plus that I found was this little hidden feature in there that lets you. It's like a wallet. They basically fill up with cash,
Uh-huh.
and participating websites, when you visit their website, they get like a bit of that money. You can like
Oh,
refill it each month.
that's kind of neat.
It's almost like Google's ad program, but on the browser level.
I actually kind of like that idea simply for the fact that browsers are unique. Like in terms of the software side of things, like they've come a long way since the olden days of like Internet Explorer with AOL home pages, and then the whole explosion with social media with MySpace followed by Facebook. Then every site tossing nothing but JavaScript and Adobe Flash applets for their ads and malware. And through all of that fire, we have browsers that are forged in hard cold steel with just awesome features. And I
Yeah.
think the idea of like the whole wallet feature thing for websites is kind of a positive one if you think about the software that goes into browsers.
It's pretty neat stuff because the question is always how much should a browser, include? How much is too much?
Yeah.
Um, that reminds me of another one though, called Vivaldi. I believe you started playing with that one, right?
Yeah. Now,
How's that one for you?
I found myself using it more since they released a few updates from last time I used it, and for the last
Mm-hmm.
2 days, it's been freaking sweet, man. Like it loads fast. I love the built-in visual features. Like when you go to a website, it grabs like the main color from that site and turns the browser's window top into that same color. So it has like this nice chameleon type of thing going on,
Hmm.
and it's casted out as the browser for the power user. And it's kind of from my time with it been
Mm-hmm.
beneficial to productivity, but Chrome is still kind of winning with all the plugins that I have with Chrome.
Mm-hmm. But on its own, though, if you had to exclude the plugins, if you could only browse a plugin-less Chrome, put it on a more apples to apples comparison.
It's still really close. I probably would go with Vivaldi only because I like the because without plugins, they have built-in systems like a side panel that has a note tab, developers tab.
Mm-hmm.
Is quicker loading because it loads websites in a different way. I do believe it's still based off Chromium,
Mm-hmm.
but it's their own little mix to it.
You want spin off, basically.
Yeah, and it's super
Good old
customizable.
browser wars.
Mm. Mm.
What's that?
Sorry, I'm trying to drink beer fast without having the silent poses. It is not going down smooth. But I do plan on doing some videos about Vivaldi over the week. I have some already pre-recorded because I said, there's like a giant buffer list of videos I have to edit. But I'm gonna toss that Vivaldi video, make a new one because it's been updated since then. And I really think that it's a nice browser for other people to use. Or at least to try.
I'm browsing through Brave's homepage, and I forget that they have this little, basically they're not like these two graphs that explain how much more is loaded when you have ads enabled, because that's one of the other selling points, basically, ad blocking, which I totally forgot. Sorry, Brave
Yeah.
guys.
I think they
That's
also
like
have.
another one of their main selling points.
Don't they also do like automatic redirecting to the HTTPS?
Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Scroll down. It's right there. Which is also pretty neat. It looks like it's more privacy-centric, Brave, to me.
And again, when it comes to browsers, I think that's a really, really important thing to do.
Who is
Privacy.
right? Who is right? What should a browser do? What should a browser not do? Everyone has their own opinions on how much a browser should and shouldn't do.
Mark my words. One day I'm gonna grab the Chromium source and like play around with it. I'm not gonna promise a fully fledged browser. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna play with the Chromium source. That's about it.
C++, I believe. So should be fun.
STD N something greater than some.
Pointer.
All the pointers. Speaking of pointers, I don't know how I can fit it to a segue. So you heard about Geohot self-driving car project?
Is it that comma thing? That comma.ai?
Yeah.
Then yes, I have.
Like,
What of it?
I freaking so for those who do not know, like Geohot is one of the biggest icons in terms of the technology and software communities, ranging from the person who first rooted the iPhone to the person who created the Tailroot Lambda app/system for rooting Android phones before the era of the Galaxy S4, I think. So this dude is like, he makes a lot of money like doing those bounties, like people who's like, oh, I want to figure out how to root or make a program or bypass this system, and they put like a $10,000 bounty award for it. He claims a lot of that stuff. Like he goes through it and cleans house. But yeah, like he developed his own type of self-driving car program/system/project called I almost said Comma AI.
Which is pretty neat.
It is,
Actually.
man. Have you seen the way the camera like utilizes the rendering of like data?
I have not dig that far into it. All I know about comma AI is that basically you pay, I think it's like a $1,000 premium to have a bunch of guys basically soup up your car to be a self-driving car, which I think is a brilliant idea compared to everything else out there. It's cheaper to do that than drop, $20 $25,000 for a brand new car.
But Lewis, now
Yes.
I may be a simple time Southern car dealership owner. I would not advise
car salesman.
anybody use car salesman. I wouldn't advise anybody to allow some stranger to just tap into their vehicle and mess around with all the wires and jumble jupe. Come down to our professionals who will rip you off and sell you a brand new used car.
Brand new used car. Yeah, there's a few oxymorons in there.
Oh man, but I'm looking at the post from hackaday.com and like just looking at the massive like monitor that he has in the car that's running the software, and the way the picture has all these polygonal sections, and how it reads people, cars, the road, buildings. I freaking love the project, but it was shut down.
What?
Yeah.
What? Let me guess. The government agencies in control of safety or cars that think for themselves incorporated.
Basically, kind of though. Like it's not too far off. Like, so he wasn't like he wasn't shut down saying you cannot do this. What happened was, and this is what I garner from the information that I've read via Hackaday and other tech sites. Essentially, it's the same kind of issues that Elon Musk is being addressed by other government corporations as well. It's saying you probably don't want to call it self-driving car, because then people think they can just turn the car on, not have their hands on the wheel, go to sleep, and let the car drive themselves. So that's when Elon Musk had the whole thing saying it's a driving assist vehicle, and they highly urge you to keep your hands on the wheel, even though you kind of don't have to all the time, but we advise you to have your hands on the wheel. And when the incident with that one Tesla driver died in a car accident because one of the sensors got blinded by the sun that was reflected off a truck that was turning, he got hit with some legal issues. So, so essentially,
freak scenarios.
Yeah, it's a real shame. But then again, in my perspective, you cannot blame the creator of a car / systems for an accident. You know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a waiver you sign when you use it or before you use it, saying like, "Hey, by the way, this isn't perfect. Don't sue us. Thanks. Bye."
Right. I mean, because it's the same. So if you can have car insurance who can legally use the term, was it accident? No, is it accident by God or
act of God?
Act of God insurance, where it's not covered by your insurance, dude. Then you can you can allow people to make self-driving cars without having the legal pressure of defending themselves against an accident. And I'm sorry, like, I'm getting kind of heated about this topic because it's. I'm sorry.
I predict an insurance company that basically spawns from the ashes to cover this kind of stuff, or an insurance company that just decides to bring it along. That's how I predict what happened.
Yeah.
Because I only see more and more vehicles trying to implement similar technologies to help assist the driver.
But yeah, so like Geohot basically just got a bunch of messages saying, hey, you may not want to call it self-driving. So he followed the same direction that Elon Musk did, called it driver assist. And even then they told him, hey, it's a cool project, but even if you launch this, you probably don't have the legal defense to stand up in court in case something does happen. So you may not want to make this an actual full-time project that goes public. And I guess he's like, you know what? They're right. I don't have the legal team to defend me if something does happen and some family feels like they should sue me for an accident that may or may not occur. So, yeah.
Well, maybe eventually they'll buy out his technology and they'll get sucked into another company. Who knows?
I mean, personally, I just want him to keep working on it anyway as a personal project and just, release the findings. Because, if I ever have a second car and I want to take my first car and modify it, I wouldn't mind giving this a shot.
Room, room. Room, room. Be cool if they sell like little kits that you could just, put yourself together, go to like an abandoned parking lot, drive a few circles.
Did you ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
Do you remember Bulma and the Corp Company? I mean, the Capsule Corp?
Capsule Corp, yeah.
Dude, can you imagine if like Elon Musk just created small capsules that can like just press a button and then poof, self-driving car comes out of nowhere. Make it happen, Elon. Make it happen.
That'd be, what year is it? What era do we just enter?
Yeah. So have you been playing any games lately, Lewis?
I have not. I have wanted to.
Shame on you.
For shame. It is true.
I actually... Go ahead.
I was going to say I should probably work on getting my PC built, but that's another story. Like, I've been to talked about for hours.
I know, but like I picked up Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 lately because I will be real with you. I had 3 exams this week, and I was feeling the stress. So I was like, I need something where I can just turn it on and then beat up random people with massive glowy energy waves and beams.
Lasers.
Needless to say,
So,
go ahead.
I say, well, so what game did you choose, Zane?
Dragon Ball X Xenoverse 2. And it's fun. It's fun. It's stupid, but it's fun. And I like it.
Sometimes there's the best kind of games, the stupid ones. That's what let you forget about everything. Like Goat Simulator.
Oh god, I love Goat Simulator. The tongue, man, the tongue. Oh.
You know what I thought of today at work?
What?
Like, maybe I should just buy a Euro Truck Simulator, so I can just say it's my other 9 to 5. Go to work, come back home, get back on the grind.
Virtual monies, yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, but one thing in the gaming news this week was more issue. Well, not want to say issues, just more news surrounding the game No Man's Sky. And like,
oh man,
I want to support the team behind No Man's Sky so much, but they have literally just went ghost on the community. No updates, no word, no news, nothing.
I'm just waiting for a little RSS like notification, like, oh, they've gone bankrupt. I'm like, oh, well. See how long does that span? 3-4 months?
Jeez. But no, like what happened recently was one of the developers behind No Man's Sky left the company Hello Games and went to go work on another early access game that is like the space genre known as Star Citizen.
Dang.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, here's what not to do. That's what I just imagined him saying.
Don't make a game and hype it up to be the greatest game ever, only to fold back on your promises and then like just do not update anybody. Because like personally, with me, I still like No Man's Sky. I do. I know a lot of people don't. I do. The issue that I have is that they didn't come out and say, hey, we're having issues. This is not gonna be in it anymore. We sorry, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that. And they just let everyone believe a bunch of lies. And they're not even releasing updates to fix issues and things that they said they were going to address. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's rough.
On the bright side, the game Elder Scrolls Online is on sale for $10.
How did it ever turn out? I never really looked into it. I remember it was hyped up. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like Skyrim, but online. Gonna never stop playing because you're always with friends. Online. How did it ever turn out? I never actually looked into it after it did become a thing.
So I haven't played it. I did buy it because it was on sale for $10, and it still is for this weekend. So you can play it now. You can play it free over the weekend, and the price is $10 for the weekend. I went and bought it. I'm gonna play it next week, but from what I heard, when it originally released, it did well, and then hit like a pivot because of a lot of issues.
Hmm.
Then like 2 months later, they updated some stuff, fixed some things, and the player base kind of rounded back out, and then dipped again.
I wonder what. I never looked into it, but what did PSN look after the whole "Hey, we're down" kind of thing, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we're back up," and then, "Oh, hey, we're down again." They had the same turnout afterwards after the whole fiasco,
Yeah.
the incidents.
Yeah. I think they did. Like again, like, it plummeted in certain areas, but essentially they came back full force. And then once the Elder Scrolls Online went free to play, it spiked again. But then kind of it's the gaming trend of all MMOs nowadays, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna be playing this week. Assuming that I can make a guild without paying money, we will have an Essence of Zen guild on Elder Scrolls Online. So stay tuned to that.
Ooh.
We are going through these topics faster than I expected.
You should slow down.
uh,
It's fine. I can make something up.
yeah. But we're gonna
Yeah,
go ahead and
go ahead, Nuts. We'll go on break.
yeah, we're gonna have a quick break, guys. So stay tuned for that break. If you're like me, you enjoy losing a bunch of time searching Amazon for various gadgets and gizmos and trinkets and bobs and bits. Well, wouldn't you enjoy an extra $5 towards your Amazon account? Or if you have a mobile phone, either Android or iPhone, you can use our link to log into the Amazon app for the first time and get an extra $5. If you want to support Essence Zen, I highly recommend you do this. It doesn't hurt. All you have to do is click the link and follow the 2 instructions. If you are eligible for the extra $5, it will be added to your Amazon credits. So give it a shot. You're helping us out and you're also getting an extra $5 in your pockets. In the meantime, feel free to support Essence of Zen by using our link to start a 30-day trial for Kindle Unlimited. That's free access to over 10,000 books and audiobooks for 30 days. Unlimited reading, unlimited listening, any device. When nearing the end of the trial, if you don't want to continue it, be sure to cancel the service renewal via amazon.com/mysite.
Okay. I was gonna say, I might talk about Sling TV for a bit.
back live. During our break, me and Lewis went to Robot Pirate Island to battle the robots.
Pew 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 pew.
Arr, matey.
And you want to rewatch that SpongeBob episode. It's great.
You'll walk the plank for that. That still gets me to this day. I'm sorry. But next on our list is Sling TV.
Oh yeah, Sling TV. So I'm currently trying their free trial period. I believe I started on Tuesday, so I got a few days left. And I gotta say, it's an interesting experience. As of today, they have 3 different packages. Kind of what your normal dish providers offer, except it's a lot cheaper. Their cheapest plan, it's 25, or it's about, I believe, 27 channels for $20. So a little less than $1 per channel. Next one up is the 40 plus channel plan for $25 a month. Is actually what I have, and then you can get all channels for $40. A quick little gripe with the middle plan is that you lose some channels with what they call their blue plan. You got 3, 4, 5 channels that you lose in the upgraded plan for some reason. That's included in the lowest tier plan.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. You lose Disney.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really watch Disney and Freeform, which is basically the new name for ABC Family. Those would be the only 2 other ones I would watch, but I don't watch them that often. Enough for it to be like a big deal. If I was a sports guy, I'd be like, what the hell? I just lost my ESPN. So then you need to downgrade back down to a 25 plus channel, which is their orange plan, and then lose, Fox, Nat Geo, True TV, Nick Jr., Sci-Fi FX, USA, and you have to upgrade to the all channel, which is sorry
about that.
so good. Yeah, but like you'd have to pay a little I would say like about 40% more for the upgrade plan to get 5 more channels, and I don't know how I would feel about that if I was a sports guy. However, I did realize that if you scroll down and hit the little plus sign, they do offer sports extra for $10. You don't get ESPN, but you do get NHL, golf, campus. Well, actually, no, you never. Yeah, never mind. You could probably redeem it, but it looks like you can't get ESPN.
That is weird, dude. Like, I'm like, so at first I'm like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. $20 for 25 channels, then 25 for 40 plus. Yes, but then all channels for $40. That's kind of. I mean, it's like you're making a massive jump.
Yeah, it's like for some reason the lowest tier has those ESPN and ABC, but the middle one you just lose them and get everything else. However, to get all of them, there's extra 5 channels. If you really want ESPN, after you drop $40, which sounds like a lot, but if you look at like a competitor like PlayStation View, let me pull up their website again. PlayStation View, I believe their lowest tier. I believe it's $40 right now.
Damn.
But they're having like a special. Let me confirm that. Because I was also considering PlayStation View. Access Slim, $30 a month. 40. Wait. Did they just swip? What? Damn it! This is why I should take screenshots of everything. Okay, never mind. I might have to reconsider what I was about to say about PlayStation and actually come back and do another review for them as well. Because I swear, a few days ago, I came on here and the lower tier plan was about $40. And I believe you had less channels, but I should have took a screenshot and looks like I'm wrong. Looks like I am wrong. So I'll take that back.
Well,
I'll have to reevaluate that.
I'm also seeing that PlayStation View is also on Apple TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird because, like, wouldn't you be paying for both Apple TV services as well as PlayStation View services?
Apple TV is just the streaming box, kind of like a Roku or a Chromecast. That's all Apple TV is.
Oh, never
That's
mind.
not actually like a service. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Apple does not have a paid service for their Apple TV. Holy crap.
If they make it something like iTunes, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
You know? Back to Sling TV, though. Regardless of their weird channel packaging decisions, the service is actually not too bad. It's a little inconsistent sometimes. For instance, you can't pause or rewind or fast. Well, you can't fast forward on any of them, but you can't pause or rewind
What?
on some channels like True TV. However, Nat Geo, if I'm not mistaken, you could pause it. Like if it's a DVR, you can rewind it, and since like live TV is still going on, you could always fast forward through it and jump back to live TV. But it's only on some channels, so it seems that some contracts restrict them from pausing the live TV.
Look,
So the experience is a little inconsistent.
they gotta get over their high horse, man. When you're dealing with the internet, people want content on their time, on their hour, where they want it, and at what time stamp, when they want it at that exact moment. So they need to get over themselves. Allow them the ability to pause, rewind, and fast forward for all their crap.
Another thing I noticed is like True TV is just one of those interesting ones. You can't. True TV for some reason doesn't offer like on-demand kind of shows. For instance, AMC, they have The Walking Dead for you to just view on there. It's like one of their like on-demand things. And you hit play, and it's kind of like a Hulu service. It turns into, instead of watching live TV, it turns kind of like into a Hulu service where, yes, you could watch The Walking Dead, but you still are forced to watch commercials. So that's kind of how they get their, their end bargain in the end, which is still pretty neat. But however, if I ever decided to just stop watching The Walking Dead, I could jump back and watch what everyone else is watching on live AMC, just through the internet.
That's neat. That's really neat, actually.
So it is an interesting service. I believe I might keep them if it turns out I'm not crazy with these PSN View or PlayStation View prices. I might try PlayStation View just as well. So maybe not next week, but the week after, when we are not stuffed with chicken and going crazy on National Consumer Day.
Oh, by the way, I'm actually, for the first time ever, I'm gonna go to a store on Black Friday.
Oh snap! What's Zane buying?
A $99 new 3DS.
Is it a special edition one, or is it just like a really good
It,
deal?
it's both. Like it's them trying to sell more, so it's $99 instead of $150, and they're coming in a limited edition, like Mario black or white theme design. And so I've always wanted a new 3DS, but I refuse to buy it because I have always, for the last 3 years, been really upset with Nintendo. They have been mistreating their user base, in my opinion. They have been really horrible about their third-party developer support. They have a lackluster gaming library for their main consoles. So I've been kind of anti-Nintendo for a while, and I think they're going to get back on track with the Nintendo Switch. So just to get back in that feeling, I'm going to grab a new 3DS. I'm going to grab Monster Hunter, the new Pokemon Sun and Moon, Animal Crossing, because I love Animal Crossing. I don't know why, but I do. Some other stuff. But yeah. So if I get stabbed, you'll know why.
No, Zane! Toss me a 3DS.
Oh,
Cool. You should, if you have one of those GoPro cameras, just like strap it on you as you like battle through the hordes of other people trying to get the same thing.
dude, I should get a GoPro. I really should. They're expensive though.
Oh yeah, the new ones get super fancy where they have like voice recognition now to start and stop and play your what is it? To start recording, basically, and to stop recording. And all sorts of like gizmos and attachments you could do.
Yeah.
Helmet test and the like.
I still say all devices that are voice recognition enabled should have a SAS program. So you're like, GoPro, record now. And it's like, oh, you always want to record on the dime. Maybe I don't feel like recording right now. And you're like, excuse me?
There's a show, I think it's a British show, where the AI is super intelligent, that basically the programmers have to contain that intelligence and basically have it comply. It's so smart that the programmers have to like dumb it down so it could be obedient. I forget what show it's called, but I believe it's a British one.
Isn't that like textbook case for abuse?
I don't know. If it isn't alive, is it abuse?
No, but like if it's an AI, if it's AI, then technically it is alive, just not in the definition that we have it today.
It's another interesting take on it in a world where AI is just, we have to program it to be compliant because it's just so far out there.
Yeah, but see,
And it hasn't had it going out to.
I think we kind of get on this topic like when we first brought the podcast back weeks ago, and I went off on a tangent about the life as we know it conundrum. Whereas if we do create artificial intelligence, it is now officially a form of life. It may not be the same biological instance that we humans experience, but if it's a entity that can recognize itself, it's aware of others, it can think for itself, then it is alive in another sense. So if we achieve that, then do we or do we not provide rights to that life form?
You're getting too out there, Zane. I'm gonna have to go find how to make an EMP before the AI finds the article and takes it down. But print it, make offline versions of it.
But no, dude. But then that's murder.
I don't care. I think EMPs also hurt people though, because electromagnetic pulse people kind of work a little bit with electricity.
I feel a tingle in my dingle.
Oh man.
But we're gonna get into artificial intelligence pretty soon. But I kind of wanted to show off this one particular issue that I had with ScienceDaily.com. So, if you go to ScienceDaily.com right now, as this live recording is live, you can probably see it on our YouTube channel if you're watching it or listening to it later. In the latest top headline section, there's a section that literally says, "Allergies during pregnancy contributes to changes in the brains of rat offspring."
Allergies during pregnancy contribute to changes in the brain of rat offspring. So is it like good changes, bad changes? Like, does your rat baby become like a super mutant, like Professor X, or is it like bad kind of mutant, like, oh no,
Okay.
I can't think and I am de-evolving?
We are not gonna get into a world where the rats take over it like a different take on of mice and men, okay?
Oh man.
But no, like, the issue that I have specifically with this particular news headline is it's right next to an image of a pregnant woman who is sneezing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I first read this, I saw allergies during pregnancy, and I looked at a human picture, and I asked myself, how the hell is a pregnant human woman with allergies going to affect rats?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Have you ever seen a rat sneeze? Me either, man. Close we got as a person. But yeah, we'll admit that it's a weird stock photo.
By the way,
I guess it on.
have you ever seen Bad Boys 2 with Martin Lawrence and
I have
Will
not.
Smith? Oh, dude, you should. There's this scene where they try to infiltrate like this drug cartel's mansion, and they do it by being like these rat exterminators.
Reminds me of Mouse Hunt.
And they go up to like the attic, and Martin Lawrence's character is like, "Yo, man, I don't like rats. They're like little monsters or whatever." And then he looks at two rats who are having sex, and the rats are doing it in missionary. And Martin Lawrence made the comment, "Whoa, man, check this out. They're doing it like people do."
You must have not sneezed during pregnancy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I don't even know why I remember that scene specifically.
Oh man. Now when I watch that movie, I'm just gonna be looking out for that. Like where the rats? Where are the rats?
But to get back on the topic of artificial intelligence, so apparently Google made Quick Draw.
Yeah. And it's just an interesting little project from Google.
I'm concerned.
Have you played with it yet?
No, I'm about to play with it now. Like I'm clicking on it live and draw a skateboard in under 20 seconds.
Icy
Please?
line. Or
Okay.
sleeping bag.
If you look at the bottom
Or
left, it's
pond.
trying to guess what you're drawing.
Oh,
as
I
you
know.
Draw it.
It's skateboard.
She guessed it. Oh my god, an octopus. Okay, so an octopus.
I
See
see
how long it
rainbow.
takes.
Or heart. Or screwdriver. Or telephone.
3.
Oh, I know. It's octopus.
See, I'm not sure if it's really guessing or if it's just using like a pro. Because like it's, I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get it with the eye.
I see spoon.
There's
Or
someone on
pillow.
the other side just quickly
Or
like
sleeping bag.
throwing guesses, trying to figure
Or
out what
eraser.
you're doing.
Oh, I know. It's I.
Oh my god! Like, oh, this is creepy, man. I gotta stop. I can't do this.
That reminds me, it's actually kind of ironic, a coincidence that you bring this up during the podcast, because a coworker recently discovered this today at work as well, and basically his response was like, it's getting all these rights, like Google's becoming too powerful, and basically what he said is like, okay, Lewis, we gotta start drawing the correct things to like have it learn the wrong thing, trade it incorrectly. So it doesn't become like us, Lewis.
Oh my god!
But then, what I thought was like, what if you teach her how to lie? Wouldn't that be worse?
Oh my god!
Like, there's no winning. We're all gonna die.
Oh, wasn't it iRobot? Where like the alien, not the alien, the AI was like lying at all times or something like that.
I can't remember. It's been forever since I've seen iRobot.
God, this is creepy, man. Cause like last week we talked about Google and their freaking AI making its own encryption, and like now they wanted to teach it how to recognize various things.
Other than cats. Which is dangerous.
Oh my god, man! Like I don't. Oh.
So after the show, we gotta keep going on there, just drawing the correct things, trying to
Confuse it.
just trying to confuse it.
Can you imagine if it's like draw an octopus and you draw a lizard and like all you hear is the voice go, "Hey, you're drawing a lizard. It says draw an octopus."
It's like, hey, that's a lizard. That's a lizard. Like, ah!
Oh.
That would be creepy. If I don't know if you stayed long on the end screen after the quick draw program, but they show what everyone else has drawn, and this is kind of just unrelated to the AI part. But wow, some people really suck at drawing. And other people are like, wow, how do you draw that in 20 seconds? It's like the most detailed picture ever.
Oh.
Yeah, just somehow I get that off.
I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just legit worried about artificial intelligence nowadays. It's getting to that point.
Too far.
Yeah. On a more positive note, though, apparently, and this is via Techno Buffalo, did you hear that Elon Musk wants to have solar panel roofs, and they will allegedly cost less than a regular roof?
When will he stop?
Never.
When will the man is insane? So less than a typical roof. My only concern is I hope it doesn't leak.
Oh god.
Because
yeah.
if it leaks, then I have an electrical problem and a water problem at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
So I hope they're just also more reliable. But that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I'm guessing he's also going to try to sell his battery pack, right?
Most
I forget
likely,
what it's
yes.
I'm guessing that's part of the combo.
I think it's called just the Tesla Power or the Tesla Bank.
Tesla Bank, something like that. The sales pitch is going to probably be like, well, with all this money you saved on your roof, you should have more than enough money now for your Tesla power bank.
Oh no, it's Power Wall. Excuse me, Power
Wall.
Yeah.
There you go.
But no, like I'm a big advocate for supporting Elon Musk and like all of his business ventures and everything. And I kind of want more people who aren't savvy in technology to understand that things like solar panel roofs and solar panel windows and everything, they're not gonna power your entire house alone. I mean, possibly in the future, maybe, depending on how well we can develop batteries and capacitors as well as transistors. But their main goal is to offset the amount of energy that you use via they're basically monopolies, but they're not monopolies, quote unquote. How you're attached to their systems and everything. So hopefully, they basically just save you money in the long term, but they're not gonna make you independent from the power grid. So
Unfortunately, but it's a start. Like you said, maybe one day when batteries become super awesome, when we have like super capacitor type batteries actually available and cheaper, and maybe when we create more energy efficient devices that don't use as much, we could possibly see a future where the little power that is generated by a few solar panels might actually be enough for most of your tiny gadgets.
Yeah, I mean, like, so technically right now, you can run an entire house on nothing but a solar panel roof or windows, whatever. The only catch is you have to use, like, electric devices sparingly. Like, you can't have 3 TVs going on all day with, like, all the lights on in the house with, all the other crap. So...
The people who might be listening to us in Alaska are kind of laughing right now, like, with all our sunlight for half the year. Yes, you can.
Oh, Alaska. What are you going to do when nightfall hits for, like, 6 months and you have vampires coming after you, huh?
They'll just be sad for the next 6 months.
That actually is a movie, though. Like, when the nightfall hits Alaska for, like, those months, vampires come out daily or whatever.
I forget what that movie is called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't remember if I liked it or I hated it, but I remember it, so...
I wonder if that's propaganda for people not to go to Alaska, even though I think it's a pretty sweet-looking country.
State.
It could always possibly be its own country. It's just, like, bigger than Texas.
This just in, Alaska wants to secede from the United States.
Oh, man. They're going to go off and join Russia. Stop skipping away.
Oh my god. Anyway. Before we sign off, the last thing we want to talk about is the poison tap USB device.
Oh yeah, that thing. Didn't look too much into it, but it looked interesting.
It's basically and I'm reading off the title because I haven't read about it either. A $5 tool that ransacks password-protected computers.
Yeah, I think it runs like off on the new Arduino Tiny Super Zero device. Oh, sorry, not Arduino. The Raspberry Pi Zero.
Yeah.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is cool as crap, though. Configuration process, USB. Man, I'm so weirded out because like ever since I think was it 2 months ago, a group of people decided to showcase how underdeveloped USB ports are, and like a slew of USB harmful devices have been hitting the market since then. Like you have the USB computer killer, which is essentially you plug it into the computer, it sucks in electricity and send it to like a series of a ton of capacitors, and when they're all charged, it throws all that voltage back at the computer and fries everything.
Ooh, that sounds
Yeah.
even more dangerous. With like something like a Thunderbolt 3 / USB-C kind of port, where basically they could ask for as much power as they want from the host.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that's-
also another one which does the same thing, except instead of sending the voltage back into the computer, it does like a miniature EMP wave in like the local area. So it'll turn off devices in this area, and it's just crazy, man.
It actually reminded me of some article I read a while back ago, bringing it back to AI. Basically, this guy was predicting that it'll only be a matter of time until hackers basically start using AI to create malware that basically learns. It's constantly learning and trying to find an entrance into your system. And basically, you know, the hackers will just sit there and like just let this thing keep on going and learn how to maneuver through your system. And they'll just, you know, tell the other nodes and about this new information, and it'll be self-learning, and that's risky. Risky. I mean, that's scary.
That'll be the end of the world, Lewis. Like
AI
legit.
used for bad.
So like, cause like
So if-
at that point, not even like the Pentagon can stay safe. You know?
or can they?
No.
Hmm.
I mean, let's be real, Lewis. They can't even have high-grade security cameras on the outside of the Pentagon. Not to throw any conspiracy theories up there, but, you know, remember 9/11? The thing they hit the wall? Did you see those cameras?
I don't think I'm aware with this one of this story.
Because, like, you know, so essentially one of the planes from 9/11, you know, hit the wall to the Pentagon. And it was
right.
supposedly caught on their camera, but there's only 3 frames, and you can barely see what hits the wall. So a lot of people think it was a missile, not an airplane. And then people say, for the freaking Pentagon, they have these potato-ass cameras.
Potato.
Because like it looks like the resolution is horrible. It's bad quality. Everything is grainy, and it doesn't record in nice frames. It literally had only 3 frames of the said hit. So, assuming that it's not a conspiracy theory, assuming that those really were their cameras, I do not have faith that the Pentagon can secure themselves from a rogue AI that will crack passwords.
Crazy thought. We could just unplug the Ethernet cable and be a hacker-free forever. Hey guys, look, it stopped. The attack stopped.
I mean, I wonder if that's what they do. Like, if they have like a set of servers that are just air gapped, like forever, like just never connect to the internet. Huh?
Yeah, I think I remember Darren Kitchen doing a video of a laptop. He basically never connects to the internet. He downloads the image, installs it all offline, and everything he transfers over, it's through a USB, and like he does like some intense virus scanning, and is super careful about what he transfers over. But basically, it's like his little isolated box that never hits the net.
I think everyone should have at least one device that has never hit the net, you know? I mean, just to be sure, just to be safe, like let that be your virtual safe that's underneath your bed or something. I don't know. Oh,
Reminds me of those seed storage banks. Like, guys, it's got the one unaltered version, virus-free version of, Ubuntu. Quick, make an image.
Oh. I mean, I think one day we should just like sit down and have an entire episode dedicated to like artificial intelligence and what it means for the world when we achieve artificial intelligence.
Death and despair. Death and despair.
Oh, can you imagine like an AI doing jokes and just be like, "Hey man, I watched Full Metal Alchemist. I give an arm and a leg just to be real."
It'd probably be the other way around, where the AI is destroying you. It's telling you jokes as it's destroying you.
Oh god.
And they're like probably terrible knock-knock jokes.
Knock knock, who's there? Just the computer. Just the computer who? The computer who's ripping off every limb, arm by arm, leg by leg. That's not funny, computer. Doesn't matter. I'm killing you.
Knock knock, who's there? The last words you'll ever hear.
Oh my god. Oh, that's creepy. That's like the story that was it Stephen Hawking's told? And let this be like the last bit that we give before we sign off. And I told this before, but it's like imagine a room full of scientists working on a robot, and they plug the robot into an outlet to the wall, and the robot comes on, and it's like they ask it, "Are you aware?" And the robot replies, "Yes." So they ask the robot, "Who is God?" And at that moment, a lightning bolt strikes the building. The power cords come off of the wall, and the robot becomes self-powered. The robot turns to the scientist and simply states, "I am." That's it.
We'll just end with that note.
Yep. Mark our words. Artificial intelligence will be our new overlord and masters of the future. But, so, since we're going to be signing off with an old-time goodie known as April Showers by Pro Leader, one of our favorite artists for Essence of Zen, music-wise, I want to reiterate that we will not be live next week. We will be in a coma induced by turkey, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and much, much more. So just stay tuned. We'll be releasing videos all next week. We hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and we will see you the week after in Essence of Zen After Dark.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.